Welcome. My name's Erin Tam. I'm the facilitator tonight. My job, the reason I'm here, is to keep us on schedule, make sure we make it all the way through our agenda, which hopefully each of you got on your way in. The other role I play tonight is to help make sure that we have a respectful and comfortable place for everybody to share their thoughts and ask questions and get answers. So, I ask two things. On our agenda, we have a space for question and answer. That comes after the presentation. So I ask that you hold your questions and let the presenters get through the information they want to share. That may answer some of the questions that you have up front. If not, hold them and we'll try and get through as many as we can during Q&A. What else do I have to share with you here? We're here tonight to do a couple of things. Our main objective is to show you the schematic plan for Maple Leaf Park and to walk you through how we got to this point. How many of you have been to one of the 3 community meetings we've already had? Great, welcome back. So hopefully you're pretty familiar with what we've done and where we are today, but I'll walk through it really quickly. The first meeting we had was an open house, and I believe it was at the end of 2009, close to the end of the year. The second meeting was February of this year, and at that meeting, I think we had about 180 people, and we opened it up to brainstorm. What's your dream for this park? If you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? We compiled all that information, put it on the website, gave it to the Burger Partnership, and they went away and did a lot of work and came back to us in April with 3 concepts that we brought out to you and asked you for your feedback on those to say, are we on the right track? Where are we off? What do we need to tweak? And what we're going to show you tonight is the result of that. So hopefully you're excited to see it. We're excited to show it to you. Really quickly, before we get into it, restrooms are back there in that corner. So if you've got to use them, that's where they are. Anything I've missed? Good? Okay, so I'm going to hand it over. Oh, Donna, daycare.
Yeah, there's childcare. It's outside of the front door out here. If anybody needs directions, wave your hand and I'll walk you down there.
Okay. I'm going to hand it over to Kelly from Parks Department.
Thank you, Erin. Hi, and welcome back, and welcome if it's your first time. My name is Kelly Jones. I'm the Parks project planner for the Maple Leaf Park development at the Reservoir. And with me tonight from the Parks Department, we have Rick Nishi hiding somewhere. And kind of take note of these people so you can, if you need to ask questions at some point, you can find them and hunt them down. So now I say that, and now there's Kim Baldwin back there, project manager as well. And then the project team, we have the Burger Partnership, we have Greg Brower and Katie Bang. And from the Office of Arts and Cultural Affairs, we have Jason Huff. And you have to raise your hand. And the artist for the site, we have Patrick Merrill. And he'll be able to talk to you guys a little bit later. So I want to start out by saying thank you very much for all the comments that you guys have submitted, and I received such a vast amount. Not only did we receive so many here at the public meetings, but I received a lot via mail and email, and Donna helped collect a lot of them. And so I don't think there's anything left really on the planet to mention to put into a park, but thank you very much. And because I wasn't able to personally respond, which I normally try to do, and I couldn't because of the amount, I just want to make sure that you guys are reassured that I did receive all of them, they were documented, and then I also passed them on to the Burger Partnership so that they had the opportunity to review them as well. And then I also wanted to remind you that if you have provided a comment, and this sounds kind of funny, but you don't need to provide the same comment again, because this is not a voting kind of operation where the more votes you get in, the higher it's going to be chosen. Once you have yours in there, I've got it, and it's pretty much solidified. So, but thank you again for all the comments, because there was obviously a lot of work done on your part. So with that, I'll give you a little project background, which many of you are probably already familiar with. But Seattle Public Utilities started replacing all their open reservoirs and replacing them with underground structures. And those structures are actually just lids over the reservoir. And they did this for water quality and safety. And with the smart ideas of the city of Seattle, they decided to utilize this open space because they were such vast open spaces. And with collaboration with the Parks Department and SPU, we are now able to open those up to make them parks and be public open spaces. And even better than that, a lot of people in here, and hopefully every single one of you, voted for the 2008 Parks and Green Spaces Levy, which gave us the money to fund this park that we're doing tonight, or working on tonight. That park, through that levy, was appropriated $5 million, which is fantastic. And for that $5 million, we have that to do planning, design, and construction. And the scope of work for that is that we will be able to do an overall site plan of the whole site, including the lower ball fields and play area. But the majority of the money will probably be spent, on the upper 16 acres, because it is such a large area. And also due to the fact that in 2013, there is going to be another $450,000 appropriated for the park area. And that actually will probably be folded in somewhere down the line here, so that all that project is done at the same time, but it will be already completed and designed through the Berger Partnership. So I guess the one thing that I wanted to point out is planning and design is pretty much complete from this meeting and public comment period. So this is kind of a weird project schedule. This normally doesn't happen, but after this planning and design, which ends this summer, there's going to be kind of a 1 year period where nothing's going to be happening. It's kind of, I hate to say it, kind of sitting on the shelf, waiting until July 2011, where it's going to be picked up again and go into construction document design, and then construction in the spring of 2012. And the reason for that is, the biggest reason, is to make sure that we're kind of on par with the course of the construction of what SPU is doing, to make sure that we're not creating a design off of a design they have, so that we can coordinate better and be actually planning our design off of what their as-built be at their completion. So things, there's less room for error basically. And then also, the 1 year gap gives an opportunity for the community to try to find opportunities to find other resources. If there are pieces of the park that we can't fund through this $5 million, to be able to put them in through other funding sources, like the Neighborhood Matching Fund or others that are out there. So those are things to keep in mind, and so you will have a schematic design to use kind of as your, I hate to say it, sales pitch. And then, so I just want to make sure that after this meeting you realize that we will keep the website up to date, and if there is anything big or new happening, we will send out a mail notification or email you as we have in the past. And also, I think Donna's really good. She has a pretty good email list, so if she has the information, it will get out to everybody else too. And so if you haven't, please sign in, and we can keep you on the email list to keep you up to date on up and coming things. And with that, I'm going to turn it back to Aaron or Greg. So Greg will start the presentation.